The horrifying truth about the 15 deadliest fruits. One might be in your fridge right now. Have you ever imagined that the simple act of biting into a fresh, delicious piece of fruit, something we always consider a precious gift from nature for our health, could be the very last thing you do in your life? Join me as we uncover the terrifying secrets hidden behind those vibrant appearances right now. Greetings to my dear friends, brothers, and sisters. Have you ever sat down, looked at a plate of fresh fruit on the table, and wondered, is this purity hiding a secret? Fruit has always been a symbol of life, freshness, and nutrition. We often tell each other, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But throughout my decades in the medical profession, especially while caring for the elderly and researching longevity, I have learned a bitter lesson. Nature is sometimes a kind mother, but other times, she is a cruel, silent assassin. I am Dr. David. I am not standing here to frighten you, but because I truly care for you. I have witnessed too many heartbreaks happen simply because we lacked a little bit of knowledge. Today, I will join you in discovering the truth about the 15 most dangerous fruits on the planet. Some are sitting right in your kitchen, and some are so beautiful that you would never believe they could take your breath away. But before we begin, I have a small request for you. My mission is to protect the health of you and your family with the most authentic scientific truths. If you cherish this life, if you want to enter your golden years with a healthy body and a sharp mind, please click the subscribe button and the bell icon. This small action will help us bond together in a community that always puts health first. And please let me know, what is your favorite fruit, and where are you watching from? I promise to read and cherish every single message. Now take a deep breath to relax your soul. Let's begin. My dear friends, the first fruit I want to talk about is a lesson in patience. There are fruits that decide for themselves when they are safe for you. If you intentionally disobey nature, the price you pay is your life. That is the Ackee fruit. In Jamaica, this is the national fruit, but in the medical world, it is associated with a deadly vomiting sickness. When the fruit is still green, it contains a very potent toxin called hypoglycin A. If ingested, it locks down the body's ability to produce sugar. At our age, a sudden drop in blood sugar is extremely dangerous, leading to seizures and coma. The elders were right. Never force an Ackee fruit open. It must open naturally under the sun to release the toxins before it can be used. Don't gamble with your life for a moment of haste. Everyone. Next, who among us doesn't love the soft skin and sweet aroma of a peach? But its wild cousin, the wild peach, hides an assassin right inside its pit. Inside that hard shell is a compound called amygdalin. When you chew or crush this seed, it turns into the deadly poison cyanide. It prevents your cells from breathing, making you feel as though you are standing in a windy field yet suffocating from the inside. Many people crush peach seeds for folk remedies. I urge you to stop. Natural does not always mean safe. Always be careful with what lies beneath that sweet skin. This might surprise you. The creamy cashews we buy in stores have actually been meticulously processed. They aren't truly raw in the biological sense. If you were to eat a raw cashew freshly picked from the tree, your skin could break out in painful blisters like an acid burn because of the urushiol found in the shell. If accidentally swallowed, it causes the airway to swell and close. Fortunately, the cashews we eat have been roasted or steamed at very high temperatures to remove this toxin. At our age, our skin and throats are very delicate, so never try to eat cashews straight from the tree. In deep forest regions, there is a variety called the Manchineel banana that is not friendly like the bananas we usually eat. It is full of toxins that cause a terrible burning sensation in the throat and severe digestive distress. Local people have to bury this fruit underground or ferment it for many days before they dare to eat it. This is a reminder that just because something looks like what we usually eat doesn't mean it's safe. When traveling to strange lands, please do not arbitrarily taste unfamiliar fruits along the way. We come to a true assassin, the Manchineel tree. People call it the little apple of death. It is beautiful, fragrant, and sweet, but its sap is so toxic that if you stand under the canopy to escape the raindrops mixed with sap falling on you will burn your skin like acid. Just one bite of the fruit will cause your throat to swell up, making it impossible to breathe. This is nature's perfect trap. It looks like a gift, but it is actually a death sentence. Don't let beauty deceive you. Sparkling like a gem in the forest, the wild cherry looks very tempting. But just like the wild peach, its pits contain toxins that can turn into cyanide. The most common mistake is when we make jam or soak wine and crush both the fruit and the seeds for a richer flavor. That is exactly when we accidentally invite poison into our bodies. The initial symptoms are just fleeting headaches, making it easy to be subjective, but it can later become very dangerous for the respiratory system. To be safe, always remove the pits when eating or processing them. Now for something very familiar, the apple. Apples are friends of health, but apple seeds contain the toxin amygdalin. As adults, accidentally swallowing a few seeds won't hurt us, but chewing a large number of seeds at once is very dangerous. I am especially worried when you juice apples for your grandchildren and leave the core and seeds in. A child's body is very fragile. Accumulated toxins are not good. The most precious nutrition is in the skin and the flesh. Please remember to discard the core and seeds. Flying to the blue seas, we have sea grapes, no. This is a very nutritious food for the elderly, but it has the characteristic of sucking everything from the environment. If the water is polluted, sea grapes will be full of heavy metals that the naked eye cannot see and the tongue cannot taste. When buying, please choose clear and reputable sources so that a nutritious dish does not become harmful to your body. You know that almonds are very good for heart health, but beware of bitter almonds. They look almost identical to sweet almonds but contain toxins many times higher. Just 5 to 10 of these seeds are enough to endanger a child. The harsh bitter taste is nature's warning. If you happen to eat a seed that tastes that bitter, spit it out immediately. Do not try to swallow it. Next is the red banana, a very soft and delicious fruit. It isn't poisonous, but for those who are allergic to latex, rubber sap, eating red bananas can cause a strong reaction like itching, swelling, or difficulty breathing. If you find yourself sensitive to rubber products, be a little careful when enjoying this beautifully colored banana. The breadfruit, sake, is a precious gift, but please remember to only eat it when it is fully ripe and thoroughly cooked. If you eat breadfruit while it is still green and raw, our stomachs will not be able to handle it, causing severe vomiting and abdominal pain. As we age, our stomachs get weaker. Please be patient and wait for the fruit to be fully ripe and cooked soft before eating to protect your health. Monk fruit, lahan, is currently used by many as a sugar substitute because it is very good for people with diabetes. But too much of anything is not good. If you use too much or use a highly concentrated extract, it can cause bloating and chronic diarrhea. It is best to use it in moderation following traditional methods. Don't abuse it just because it has no calories. An unripe green pineapple is also a trap. The bromelain in green pineapple is very strong. It can erode the lining of the mouth and stomach, causing bleeding. The rule is very simple. A pineapple must be yellow and fragrant to be food. If it's green, it's a harmful substance. Please remember to tell your grandchildren not to peel and eat green pineapples just because they are craving them. Fresh coconut water is a precious medicine for cooling the body. But if a coconut is cracked or left in the sun for too long, the water inside will spoil and become infected with bacteria. At this point, it is like a bomb for the digestive tract. At our age, the immune system is no longer as strong as in our youth. A bout of coconut water poisoning can drain your strength very quickly. Always choose fresh, newly harvested coconuts to drink for your health. Finally, a very familiar fruit, the lychee. Can you believe it? This sweet, fragrant fruit can be an assassin if eaten the wrong way. When eaten while green or on an empty stomach, it causes blood sugar to drop extremely fast, which can lead to brain swelling. There have been many tragic stories of children eating lychees on an empty stomach. Lychees are delicious, but remember to eat them when your stomach is full and only eat fruits that are fully ripe. My dear friends, nature always has two sides, nurturing and defensive. These 15 fruits remind us that knowledge is our best shield. We don't need to live in fear, we just need to live mindfully and be a little careful. If you find these heart-to-heart words helpful, please share them with your friends and loved ones. One share from you could help someone avoid danger. Don't forget to hit subscribe to talk with me about health every day. Which fruit do you find the most frightening? Let me know in the comments. I'll be waiting to read your messages. I am Dr. David, wishing all the brothers, sisters, and friends health and peace. See you all in our next conversations. I love you all very much.